Hi guys, Darth Deuce here, back with our Star Wars The Vintage Collection action figure review. And I have the new Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi Reva third sister Vintage Collection figure to review. Got this from GameStop Canada, had it pre-ordered, and I didn't even know this figure was coming out so soon. I thought the Obi-Wan Kenobi figures were a bit more further in the future, but I guess this one was coming out, and so they got shipped to me. And yeah, I know a lot of people aren't super fond of this character. I don't mind her. I don't think she's the best character in the world. I don't think she's absolutely awful. I'll take any Darksiders I can get. They're my favorite thing to collect, especially in the 3¼ inch line. So I'm definitely glad to add another Inquisitor to the shelf regardless. But here she is on the card back. You got the new Obi-Wan Kenobi plate thing there. Reva, the red backdrop. Pretty decent image of Reva, I think. It's showing her off, and not the most exciting one, I guess, but it looks good. I like the card back. And then you got the figure there. And on the back, some other figures that are available or will be available. I believe the Obi-Wan Kenobi Wandering Jedi figure has released. I didn't pre-order that one with GameStop, so I don't have that one. I'll get it at some point. I have it pre-ordered somewhere, I think. Then you got the Morak Boba Fett, which I haven't seen pre-orders up for that at all. I don't know what's going on with that. The Ahsoka Trooper, the Din Djarin, the new Darth Vader, which I wasn't sure I was going to bother getting, but I definitely am. It looks really good. And the Mandalorian Super Commando, which I will be reviewing next, because I also got that figure and wasn't sure, was not expecting that, to come out already. So that review will be coming next. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging, so I'm going to crack this thing open. So yeah, I'm hoping we will eventually get the rest of the Inquisitors. We're getting all of them, I think, that appeared in Obi-Wan anyways. We're getting all of them that were in the show in the Black series. So we're getting the Grand Inquisitor, fifth brother, fourth sister, was that the other one? I'm hoping they'll do all of the rest in the Vintage Collection as well. That would be pretty cool. But well, we'll see what happens. They're notorious for not releasing all the right figures for all the shows in the different scales, unfortunately. But the accessories out. It comes with a fair amount of stuff, I will be honest. There we go. And we are good to go. So here is the Vintage Collection Reva. And she's all new skull from top to bottom, of course. There's no reuse here. She's a brand new character, so she gets the new mold treatment. The head sculpt and face print looks really good. Again, I'm always impressed with what they can do at the 3¼ inch scale, and the face print I think looks really good, and the sculpt is definitely there. It'll be interesting to get the Black Series one in person and see how they compare. But this one is still really nice. It looks really good. I feel like maybe her hair isn't quite dark enough, though. It's almost coming off as light gray, which is a little weird. But aside from that, it's not a big deal. Then the outfit, fairly plain. It's just part of the design, but I think it's sculpted very, very well. You even have some nice little silver details on the chest there, and the details of the belt buckle and whatnot, different colors. And you've got the glossy black for the armor bits and the gray for these other bits of the costume. She has a soft goods cape, which is really nice. It's made of a pretty decent material. It has a split in the middle, and obviously allows for articulation. You can do whatever you want with that. And it looks pretty good, I think. I think it flows pretty well. I can't remember the Black Series one is plastic or soft goods. And then, yeah, not a whole lot to talk about, I'll be honest. She's got really hard to tell, but she does have an Imperial logo up here. I don't think there's any paint. That's really hard to see. I'm assuming that's accurate to the show, but yeah, that's really hard to see. And the boots look good. There's not a whole lot to talk about, really. Articulation-wise, oh, what the hell just came off her? Her hand, I've never had that happen on a 3¼ inch figure. Her hand fell out. That's weird. Anyways, she has a double metal joint at the neck, which gets a lot of natural motion in the neck. Pretty good. The Ponytail, I think maybe hinders looking up a little bit, but it's not too bad. Ball hinges at the shoulders, you can get them about 90. The shoulder pads do get in the way a little bit. Ball hinges or single hinges in the elbows move past 90. I think that's pretty good. Only swivels at the wrists, which is interesting. That there's no hinges there. It's a little unfortunate, but not a big deal for me. There's a ball joint in the torso, which is really well hidden, and crunches forward just a bit. Actually, it doesn't crunch forward very far. Goes back a bit. You get pivot and you get rotation. I don't think there's a waist swivel. No. The new ball joint in the hips. I'm super happy that they're making these for the vintage collection, the 3 Stars figures. This has been long overdue. Very happy to see these. So these pose really well. Sole cuts at the thigh move really nicely. Single hinges in the knees move about 90. These could go a bit further back, I feel, but not too bad. And then you get hinges in the ankles, and you get rockers. So she's got all the modern articulations pretty much. Having no hinges in the wrist is a little unfortunate, but not a huge deal. In terms of accessories, she comes with a fair amount of accessories, all to do with her lightsaber. So you do get, of course, the lightsaber with both blades ignited and the whole ring kind of activated. Hilt itself is nicely sculpted and painted with some nice silver details. I think that looks cool. The red, I like the length of the blades. The blade length is good. And I also like it's a very strong, vibrant red color. Really pops. I like that a lot. I assume she holds it pretty well. I would be surprised if she doesn't. Actually, that is kind of a looser fit than I would have expected, but she can hold it. She's not going to have too many issues doing that. I'm not going to go crazy with the posing right now, but holds that well good. One thing that's very cool, she actually does come with the unignited hilt, and it only has the D ring portion there, so it's folded up. And again, you get all that same sculpt deal, peg. I'm really happy they include this. I found with a lot of the recent lightsaber wielding figures in the 3 1/4" line, they haven't been including the unlit lightsaber hilts. For whatever reason, they used to do that all the time. So I'm happy to see that it's starting to be a thing again. They should all come with that. And she does have a hole on her belt, and you can actually, you can plug that in. That actually plugs in pretty securely. So yeah, that is good. That is good. And then she also comes with her 2 double-bladed double halves, the 2 halves of her saber. They're split, and she can split it. And these are again sculpted nicely, nice red blades. There's a little bit of paint scoofage on the blade here. That might be a scratch away. I'm not sure. That's a little unfortunate, but not a big deal. These are cool. So you can have her dual wield. You can do whatever you want with these. Again, I'm assuming she holds them well. Yeah, she holds that well. So that's pretty cool. I like that you get all these options for the lightsaber. That's really cool. They could have just not included these or not include the hilt and just the one lightsaber. So I'm glad they include all those. And that's the accessories. And this figure is actually pretty cool. I guess it's not, the most interesting figure, I suppose, is a Darksider, so an Inquisitor. She does the part well. If you're not a fan of the character, then obviously you're not going to probably want the figure. But as an action figure, disregarding the character, I think it's really well done. Good posability, good amount of accessories, honestly. All the articulation moves pretty naturally. I like the soft goods cape. That's always good. They need to do that more with the Black Series, in my opinion. I'm not doing a fantastical job of getting her posed up, but you can do some cool stuff. So one last thing before I end off here is just quickly do a couple of comparisons. I don't have any of the other Obi-Wan figures, and they haven't done any other articulated Inquisitors, so you have to bear with me on that one. But there's old Reva. I do have I believe this is the Rogue One Darth Vader. This came out maybe a couple of years ago now, which is crazy. But yeah, I think this came out a couple of years ago. And they scale pretty good. She is rightly a bit shorter than Vader, and I don't even have Vader standing fully straight. So yeah, he's definitely significantly taller than her, which is definitely how I want that to scale. So that's good. I'm very much looking forward to that new Obi-Wan Kenobi Darth Vader coming out. And then, like I said, they haven't done any of the other Inquisitors from the show yet, but I do have the 5 POA Rebels Grand Inquisitor. And I also have the 5 POA fifth brother. And I think those scale pretty good. She definitely scales really well with the Grand Inquisitor. The fifth brother, you know, you can do what you want. This is the Rebels one. He was taller in Rebels than he was in the show. So whether that bothers you or not, it's kind of personal preference. But I think these look cool. They kind of still fit together. You can definitely tell they're kind of part of the same organization, which is cool. But yeah, like I said, I am hoping we get articulated versions of these guys from the show, or I'd even take Rebels versions. I think they look cool in the Rebels versions as well. So, but yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty solid figure. Like I said, if you're not a fan of the character, you know, you probably won't like it, I guess. But if you are a fan of the character, or at least tolerate the character, and you like collecting the different Inquisitors, Darksiders, whatever, then I think this is definitely a good one to get. It's a good action figure, well articulated, looks great, good amount of accessories. It checks off a lot of the boxes. So yeah, really good release from the Vintage Collection, in my opinion. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And yeah, I will see you guys all next video. Mando's Super Command is coming up next. So again, thank you guys for watching, and may the Force be with you.